Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shaman King in 2021, which is on episode 7. Now, this episode right here, I felt like something was a little off in a certain way. I don't know if it's either because I making a comparison or something is just a little different. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Yo's next opponent is Faust the 8th or something, which apparently we get to know a little bit more about Faust down the line, but not too much to a point where, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this here and there, but if anything else, let's just continue, alright? You see, when it comes to, certain things about this episode here and there, we get to know that Faust is, Yo's next opponent, and he's a necromancer, Apparently, we have to it that Faust ends up introducing himself a bit, and he ends up injuring Manta. He's a doctor at the same time. And this is where there was a nasty big part of censorship, If I remember correctly, if I remember reading Shonen Jump or something about Shaman King in a magazine, oh my gosh, dude. I remember, reading that scene right there, and when it came to the Faust cutting open Manta, it was a little more gory than expected, etc. Now, it's a little complicated for me to say how gory it was, or really hard for me to explain explicit information, but let's just say it was a little more explicit. But apparently when it comes to this, it's a little censored here and there. But we get to see too that Yo struggled greatly against Faust, as Silva and Anna shows up at the time of Yo's match, it becomes a little bad for Yo himself, because apparently Faust did that to Manta to provoke him to use a lot of his power or energy of Fuyuku, however you want to call it, spirit energy, shaman energy, whatever the case may be, to make him deplete it so he could take advantage of that, And we get to know more down the line when it comes to the fight between Faust and Yo, And this becomes a little one-sided, when it comes to Faust, because apparently he's the one that actually has the advantage due to the fact that he provoked Yo in a certain way and he angered him very much, Eventually, he ends up using his real oversoul when it comes to Eliza, which apparently we get to know about Eliza down the line, But as the episode continues on in a certain way, we get to see to it that Yo's I'm so done playing with dolls here and there. This angers Faust so much, saying you don't even understand why that. You better watch your mouth, because I'll cut your mouth off next time. You hear me? And we get to know about Faust why he takes that as a big offense, because Eliza or whatever her name is apparently Faust's lover, or should I say wife, We get to know that when he was studying to become a doctor, from his own parents' lineage whatsoever, we get to see to it that there was one girl that always greets him warmly, and that was Eliza. 20 years later, they will later on get married, and she will overcome a certain disease that was possibly incurable, But down the line, tragedy strikes and happens, and this is where Eliza gets killed by robbers, and that Faust wants to become Shaman King so he could revive his loved one, which I don't blame him for. However, Yo tells Faust off, saying life has its ups and downs, but if you are bounded by a past, there's no way I can help someone like you. And we have to it that Yo gives him a lesson where not everything's fair game here and there, but we have to overcome something eventually, And we have to it that Yo will later on cut down Eliza and ends up losing the match because he's out of shaman energy, And it upsets Yo very much. Although we get to know more about Yo in this episode too, I mean, this guy was much of an he was pretty much a loner or an isolated boy whatsoever, No one would likely to befriend him, and I think his family and everyone else got exiled to somewhere. It's really complicated, The way how it was shown in Yo's backstory, the way how Anna was explaining it, Yo was not much of a guy who socialized with anyone, and he was always a big loner or something, etc. But as the episode continues on, you know, that became the case, you know, etc. And of course, like I said, when Eliza gets cut down, this angers Foss so much, and he ends up going into crazy oversoul mode again with the giant skeleton and plans to kill Yo. But apparently he gets cut down by like our boy Tao whatsoever, and he says, "Dude, these bones are so weak they have not been drinking milk. You understand? I drink 3 bottles a day, right?" I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, that is such a freaking funny reference to like a certain like to a certain like maybe I'm overthinking this, but it reminds me so much of a certain character that doesn't like to drink milk. And if you guys don't know who that character is, I'm not gonna say it here because this same voice actor voices that character from that series, and he hates milk. You know, it's kind of ironic how Tao Ren says, "I drink milk 3 bottles a day." You know, that reminds me too much. Okay, enough of me being cringe and off topic. Forgive me. Like I said, Faust ends up going mad or becomes enraged that Yo would cut down Eliza like that, and then he ends up trying to kill Yo, and Tao ends up cutting him down and says, "I'm not gonna let you die, Yo, because you're my next opponent. You got that?" And then the episode ends off there. Preview next episode is called Evolution, you know? So, like I said, when it comes to this episode, it's a little like complicated and a little implicit, you know, and not too explicit. Now, what I mean by that is like when it comes to the doctor cutting Manta open, we were supposed to see some exposure of certain organs or something. Now, it was a little extreme when it came to like I saw it in a Shonen Jump magazine or something. Now, much as I remember seeing that scene in Shonen Jump, you know, in Shaman King, etc., you know. But when it comes to this, it's very censored up, like very censored. The doctor just like puts his knife in there and drew a line, made a cutting line open, and nothing was really shown. And Manta's stomach is a little like covered up with a jacket whatsoever, and there wasn't much of like, yeah. Now call me crazy Milanakis for saying that, but all I know is like things were a little like censored up. That much is considered. I mean, call me crazy Milanakis for saying that, but I'm just speaking the truth, you know? Anyone who actually read the manga, which I know I did, but not too much of it. I remember reading some chapters here and there, but that's about it, you know? But, yeah. Let's just say it was very censored in this fight, and I felt like things kind of gotten a little like too fast-paced or rushed whatsoever. I don't know if they're just cramming things up really quickly or not doing this correctly, but whatever the case may be, it is what it is. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Al Visitor. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot!